the Depression. We're going to end on a happy note. Yeah, so the ninth thing in our Life During the Depression series here is repealing the 18th Amendment. As you remember, during the 20s, the 18th Amendment led to lots of crime, speakeasies, because it outlawed alcohol, and people really like to drink alcohol. So bars and the mafia and speakeasies and bootlegging and all that stuff happened during the 20s. So people weren't trying to give up their alcohol; they just did it illegally. And so when we get into the 30s, however, people just need to drink, I guess. They were just so depressed. And so we have the repealing of the 18th Amendment, something that made Americans happy. Happy days are beer again. So here again. And so here we have our See, Think, Wonder, Happy Days are Beer Again. You can pause it here and do your See, Think, Wonder. I'm going to move on to repealing the 18th Amendment for your notes. So 1933, it wasn't very far into the Depression where the Senate decided, maybe we should give people back their beer. Also, because of the economic crash, the government actually couldn't employ as many police officers or FBI workers. And so guess what? They were like, if we got rid of this law, we wouldn't have quite so much crime, and we wouldn't need quite so many officers. So we wouldn't have to, spend so much time raiding bars that were illegal and trying to catch bootleggers and things like that. So they went ahead and repealed, that means got rid of it, the 18th Amendment. And you can actually, if you go see the Constitution, like the actual physical Constitution, it's still there, but it's all lined out because we always keep what we have, but we just cross it out as we change things. So we kind of come to the end of our little lecture. And so you can pause here if you need to do your notes. I'm going to move to our last little guy here. I'm going to play a video for you. This is a Woody Guthrie song that was written about the Great Depression. Sorry, guys, having a little problems here. Okay, let's move that. Okay, here we go. All right, so those are our last little bits. Our Great Depression, life during the Depression. And you guys have a thing to do here at the end of your slide deck here for today, and it's one of your assessments. And so what you're going to do is you're going to create a letter. So you're going to have a character, and your character is going to write a letter to their Aunt Susie. You can call your aunt something else if you want. So your Aunt Susie, and you're going to tell your Aunt Susie about how your life has been going. And your character needs to experience 6 to 8 terms from the word bank on the right-hand side. And a lot of these words are from your reading notes. If you haven't done your reading notes yet, you really need to, because that's where a lot of the information is coming from. Also from the lectures that we just did, some videos that we've watched. And so your character has to kind of explain some of these things as they experience it. So for example, maybe your character experienced losing their job, and what does that feel like? Perhaps they had money in a bank that closed, and they went to go to the bank and knocked on the door, and the bank's like, sorry, we're closed and we're never reopening, and all the money that you had in here, it's gone. Too bad. Sorry for you. Your money's not insured because there was no banking insurance during the 1930s, which we have now. We have something, if you go into any bank today, you have something called FDIC insurance, and that insures your money up to $250,000 if something crazy happens with the bank. Like if the bank goes bankrupt, there's an insurance policy that you can get up to $250,000 back. So maybe something like that. Maybe your person decides to, I don't know, ride the rails, and you'll describe that, and they live in a Hooverville. I'm not sure how you want your person to like experience the Great Depression, but you need to experience the Great Depression and write it all to your Aunt Susie. And if you include pictures and things like that to make it look more like a journal, you can do that and add a couple of slides in your slide deck, and you can get some extra points for that. But this is your writing assignment for the week. We will be doing a visual assessment that kind of goes with this, but later Friday, and it's going to be like an extension of this where you do something visual, and your person will experience like the New Deal. So what happens when Roosevelt comes in with the New Deal? What happens to your character at that point? Okay, so right now you are experiencing kind of the worst part of the Depression, and later on your person probably will get some help. Okay, that's it.